Classes begin next Monday in the Hazleton Area School District, and there are changes to the requirements for school vaccines, changes required by the Pennsylvania State Department of Health. Our Lisa Sugart sat down with the chairperson of the district's nursing department for the latest on the immunizations needed for kids going back to class.
Mostly the changes are in the length of time of the provisional, the doses. So all the students coming in have already needed a series of shots. They've needed the diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, the polio, which is now 4 doses instead of 3. That is a change. 3 hepatitis, 2 measles, mumps, and rubella, and 2 varicella or documented chickenpox. You need 1 of each of those to enter the school. What they did was they took the 8-month provisional to get additional immunizations and made it 5 days. So any student entering that has 1 of each of those has 5 days to get, hopefully, which is the final in the series. But if it's not the final in the series, they need 5 days to get the next immunization, and then we will give them a plan card to complete those immunizations.
So that's a big change, because before they had quite a long time to
8 months.
comply.
Yes.
So they need to pay attention right now. But you sent all this information out even at the last school year, and also sent out flyers in both English and Spanish, so people would be prepared.
Yes, absolutely. We started sending them out last year because this came into effect. The amendment was made March of 2017 by the Pennsylvania Department of Health. So we did send notices out at the end of last year. Students have been notified by phone, by mail. Brochures have been taken to the Hazleton Integration Project, and they were going to hand them out and also give them to the realtors in the area to put in their little buckets that they give. Doctors' offices have been notified of the increase of the meningococcal that will be needed. So these are steps that we have taken. There are additional changes with 7th grade and with 12th grade. 7th grade, going into 7th grade, the students have needed a Tdap, which is the booster for the diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, the acellular pertussis, and also a meningococcal. That is now needed on day 1. You cannot enter the school without having those immunizations. Again, they used to have had 8 months, now it's due day 1. Now there are some extenuating circumstances. If you have a religious, a moral, or a philosophical belief, then you can be exempt from these immunizations. But what parents have to know is when you do this, there's an outbreak, your child may be excluded from school up to 21 days. And the final change is for 12th grade. This is new this year. All 12th graders entering need a meningococcal. Now, because that now becomes a series shot, because the first one was in 7th grade and now it's in 12th grade, they actually will have 5 days to get that one. If they had 1 immunization only, but it was after the age of 16, that counts. So they don't need to get the other one. That does count.
So you want to get this information out, because conceivably children could start on the 28th, but then if they don't comply within that 5-day period, they may not be coming back to school after Labor Day.
Correct. That is correct. Now, there are some cases where if the children, it's not the timing between the doses isn't accurate, or there's someone in the family that's ill and they cannot receive the live virus vaccines. We have special cards that were provided by the Department of Health that it's a medical plan that we will take and give them to the parents. They take them to the doctor fills in when the dose is due, and will sign that card. And with that, they gain entry into school until the next vaccine is due.
Thank you, Lisa. And again, for more information on the immunization requirements, contact the school district or the State Department of Health.